There are a lot of podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recap Prediction Sports. Let go, show recap prediction sports
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recap Prediction Sports. Let go.
What is going on, everyone? It's the EVP from the EVP show. Sorry, guys. We are live with the SummerSlam prediction show. Crazy little funny story before I go to everyone. This is actually the first stream that I ever did on my channel, which Miami was obviously a part of that. I believe he's the only one that's on here, but this is crazy. It's 1 year later. So do want to give a special shout out to everyone from DWE and everyone that subscribed over the last 2 weeks. I did hit my goal of 300 subs by SummerSlam, which was incredible. I got over 75 in the last 2 weeks. So shout out to all you guys for that. You guys are one of the reasons why I do this stuff. So this is the second biggest PLE for WWE. So looking forward to reminiscing on my first ever stream by doing this again live. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and announce everyone. So most of you guys have been here on the ABP show before. We have one newcomer. He's a huge supporter, always in my shows. But I'm going to start off first with the CEO himself of DWE, the man with the plan. What's going on, Miami? How you doing tonight? Don't know. Hello. His mic. He may. I'll go back. I'll come back to him. So next up, I wanted to give a special thank you to this guy. Obviously we have the same name. He's not the EVP, but he is still CJ. He was on my list, but obviously Khaled had to drop last minute, had a family emergency or something. So I reached out to CJ and he was able to fill that spot. So huge shout out to him for jumping in really quickly. What's going on, CJ? How you doing? Thank you for filling the spot.
I'm doing good. So let's do this and talk about SummerSlam.
All right, sounds good, brother. Miami, you back? You able to talk, or you want me to go to you last? I think he's working as well, so I'll go to Miami last because I think he's still working and stuff, and he's reposting and all that. If you guys can repost the stream on X for me, that would help me out a lot. All right, next up, he is the encyclopedia of professional wrestling. If you want to know about anything wrestling related, any promotion, also become one of my really good friends in the community. What's going on? I think this is like his 10th prediction show here on the EVP show. Always complimentary in DMs and stuff about how I'm doing my work. Shout out to Stampede. How you doing tonight?
Doing well. Just doing, my mayor stuff up here in Canada. Looking forward to the prediction show. Nice to see Carlos showed up, that he's not running from the catalyst of Point Taken like he was last week. So good on Carlos. Good stuff, my man. Oh, ball dog.
glad to have you back, Stampede, as always. All right, next up, this person is part of the DWE Island. He also loves to pick baby faces. But I love having. I know. I'm just giving you crap. Always there when I need someone to fill a spot on a prediction show. How you doing tonight, Caleb?
I'm doing great. What's some issue with my sound, but I got it covered now.
Awesome, good stuff. Next up, this is his first time on the EVP show. I'm not sure, maybe first time ever on YouTube. Definitely a big supporter of mine. Been helping me try to push my fantasy football leagues. He never misses a Sunday night scoop and tries to make all of my shows. Really good guy, good friend in the community. What is going on, Tribal Kingpin? How you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Go ahead.
How you guys doing?
Doing good, brother. Glad to have you here. Yep, you're good, brother. I'm glad to have you here, man. Welcome to YouTube. Welcome to the show. All right, next up.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Yeah, always, brother, always. And he's also a huge Big Brother fan, so that's always a winner for me. All right. So next up, my number one supporter. He just earned a month worth of my exclusive news channel. He very well deserves it. With 155 questions he brings to Sunday Night Scoops every Sunday. I love his passion, though. What's going on, Big Mike? How you doing tonight?
Pretty good. I'm always excited to be here.
All right. Thank you, brother. I'm glad to have you. Next up, he's kind of my baseball guy. We haven't chatted much, but he has been on the show a lot. We go back a long ways to Twitter Spaces. I know he's a bigger AEW guy, but he still helps me out by coming in here on these streams. What's going on, Sean? How you doing tonight, brother?
What up? Let's get into this. And it's the first time I've ever been called a bigger AEW guy, but I'll take the compliment.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're not. Just I don't know. Just maybe an assumption, but I think he's maybe half and half. I don't know. We'll see. Next up, I call him an ambassador to the community. Definitely, along with Stampede and a few others, is always encouraging me. Definitely someone I can always talk to. We talk about all kinds of different stuff in DMs, whether it's Big Brother life, everything. You guys definitely need to follow him. He's definitely a positive inspiration to this community. And he definitely comes on all of my prediction shows, so I'm grateful for that. What's going on, Carlos? How you doing, brother? I'm not sure if his mic's working. Streamer is really playing up. They're picking a fine time to do this.
Color?
I will go back to him because Miami had to drop too. So I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. All right, I will go back to Carlos. All right, last but not least, obviously we still have Carlos and Miami and waiting on Miami to come back into the stream. Me and this guy go back. Oh, Carlos, go ahead.
Come back in and come back out because if we're having issues.
Okay. All right.
And I'm right from Stampede. Take your calls in.
Yeah, you'll probably just have to leave and come back in. Okay. So next up is me and this guy go back way back. Obviously to when I first got into the Twitter community. We were both hosts on a Twitter space on Mondays. That's where I met a lot of you guys and into the wrestling community. Now I'm his co-host on Wednesdays on Queens of WWE. What is going on, Kyle the Man Anthony? How you doing tonight?
What's going on, CJ? Yeah, it's crazy, man, because I remember when you done your first SummerSlam show. I wasn't a part of it, but I really wanted to be a part of it. Glad I am now, like a year later. So, and we work together on my show too. So we're just coming together. Really cool. So good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. Carlos, is your microphone working now, or? May have to just leave out or come back. Miami, what's going on, brother?
What's going on? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good. I was gonna wait to come back to you at the end because I figured a lot of people have been having microphone problems. But he is the CEO of DWE, the man with the plan, Miami the Great. What's going on, brother? How you doing tonight?
Oh, nothing, man. Just want to talk about this night 1 and night 2. Let's get to it, man.
Absolutely. You guys make sure you follow Miami on DWE. We're going big places, so I wouldn't be where I'm at, obviously, without DWE. So shout out to Miami for that. Carlos is coming back, but we'll go ahead and get started. Thank you. And once again, if you guys can retweet this, if you haven't, please do on Twitter. You can find it on my page. That'll help us get as many people as possible in here. And obviously, hopefully some people on YouTube will come in as well. So we're going to start with night 1. I don't have the match order. Not yet. I will have it tomorrow. I do know what's open in night 1, but we're not going to start with that. We're going to change it up a little bit. Thank you, Stampede, for putting it in the private chat. So we're going to start with the 6-1. Wait, let me make sure. Did you put that before I start? I'm sorry, Stampede. Did you put that in the night order, or did you? How did you do that? I can look. Never mind. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's night 1, and then it goes into night 2.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. So we're gonna start with the 6-woman tag match that was made official this past Friday. Nikki Bella made her return. Was pretty apparent that she was coming back pretty soon from her podcast. It's going to be Nikki and Brie Bella and Paige, who just dropped the tag team championships to Fallon Henley and Laney Reed of Fatal Influence. So it's going to be a 6-woman tag match. The Bella Twins and Paige versus JC Jane, Fallon Henley, and Laney Reed from Fatal Influence. I'm going to start with. I know Sean loves to go first, so I'm gonna start with Sean first. Sean, who do you have in a 6-woman six-woman ladies tag match, and why?
I got a Fatal Influence. I think it's time. They're losing this doesn't do anything to the. Oh crap! I'm drawing a blank on who they're facing.
The Bellas.
No, it's the Bellas. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. It's not a title match. It's just, so I've just got the Fatal Influence. They could use it a lot more.
100%. Thank you, Sean. So that is 1 for Fatal Influence. So then I'm going to go counterclockwise. I'm going to start up at the top and then work my way down. That way I know where I'm at. I know Carlos is trying to there's Carlos trying to get back in. Miami, you're up next. So Fatal Influence, JC Jane, Fallon Henley, and Laney Reed versus Nikki and Brie Bella and Paige. Who do you have and why?
I'm gonna agree with Sean. I think Fatal Influence should win this. It's no title on the line. I feel like it doesn't affect the Bellas or Brie Bella them, and it should help them keep the momentum on Fatal Influence because. You had Jessie J saying she was going to go for the United States title, so why not? Let them just keep winning and, see what goes from here. So, Fatal Influence, I got them.
All right. Appreciate you, Miami. So, that's 2 for Fatal Influence. All right, CJ, you're up next. Fatal Influence, JC Jane, Fallon Henley, and Laney Reed versus Brie and Nikki Bella and Paige. 6-woman tag action. Who do you have and why?
I think Paige and the Bellas are going to win because, this is not for the titles. It wouldn't hurt for the influence, in my opinion. That's just my thoughts. But if the influence wins, I wouldn't mind either. But, yeah, I'm going with, the Bella Twins and Paige here. So.
All right. So that's 2 Fatal Influence and 1 for the Bellas and Paige. All right, Stampede. 6-woman tag match. Who do you have and why?
There is no way Fatal Influence should be losing this match. Like, no way whatsoever. They should go over. The Bellas probably turn on Paige, and they can all feud together and put on 1-star classics for the remainder of 2026 to their little heart's content. So, Fatal Influence for the win.
Dang, Stampede, you stole my heel turn there, but yeah, I love that. I don't somebody's gonna
you're not gonna out heel me, my man. It's not happening. Ask Carlos.
Yeah, I mean somebody's gonna have to come help Paige though, but we'll see. We'll see if they may swerve us and have Paige turn on them. Who knows? With WWE, but I appreciate that. So we got 3 for Fatal Influence, 1 for the Bellas and Paige. I'm going to move to Caleb. Who do you got and why?
I'm gonna go with the Fatal Influence. I do not think Nikki, Brie, or Paige win that match. I got a Fatal Influence. They're not those tag team, and they're gonna keep it for a while. And I think they're gonna win. Jason Jane and her group, they're gonna win. I got Fatal Influence.
All right, good job, Caleb. Didn't pick the baby faces. All right, that's 4 for Fatal Influence and 1 for the Bella Twins and Paige. All right, Tribal Kingpin, new to the show. You're up. The Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatal Influence. Who is your pick and why?
All right, I'm going with Fatal Influence on this one. I'm thinking that Paige goes ahead and she takes the pin. I think JC gets the pin on her. That way, that boosts JC up, and then that way, the Bellas can go ahead and do their heel turn on Paige.
All right, another heel turn. Like it. Thank you, Kingpin. So that's 5-1-2-3-4-5 to 1 so far. For the Fatal Influence. All right, Fanatic, Big Mike, 6-woman tag. Who you got?
Okay, before I do, I'm just gonna say I have low hopes for my expectations for SummerSlam are very, very low. So we see what has happened these past months. So I'm not saying SummerSlam's gonna be a good show, but my expectations are very low. So we'll have to see what happens. So now for my pick, I'm going with Fatal Influence because you got crown them. I mean, JC Jane's gonna go after the U.S. title very soon. I still hope we still get that Blake and Tiffany match because I still hope WWE is high on Blake. Bad start to them, but back to JC, Fallon, and Laney. Fatal Influence needs to get this big push, and beating the Bellas and Paige would be very big. And I expect to see the Bellas turn heel, and maybe AJ Lee save them. And maybe AJ Lee will save Paige. But I think I have a better idea what could happen after the match. I think Paige will turn on the Bellas, in my opinion. So that could be a good swerve. So we'll have to see. So anyway, I'm going with Fatal Influence.
Yeah, I do believe it's going to be a heel turn, but I don't know which way they're going to go. They could swerve. That is a good idea. They could go with Paige and have, I don't know. I just can't see AJ Lee being a heel, but we'll see. But thank you for that. All right, Kyle the Man Anthony, you're up next. This is your forte. The Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatal Influence. We've talked about it 1,000 times, but you can say it for everybody now live. Who you got and why?
Okay, so I'll have Fatal Influence. I just think they need to, win here because they've been, JC should have been in a ladder match, as you said so many times, CJ, and Paige should never been in a tag team in the first place. I think Paige also should have been in a ladder match, but whatever. Fatal Influence win. Paige moves on to be a single star and get away from this tag team garbage. She's not needed here. So Fatal Influence win and have JC go after the U.S. Championship as she said on SmackDown weeks ago, or was it last week? So that's what I would do.
All right, thank you, Kyle. So that's a lot to 1 right now. I think it's 7 to 1. All right, Carlos, you're up. Hopefully your mic's working. Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatal Influence. Who you got?
Fatal Influence are going to win. Those Jezebels, the Bella Twins are going to turn heel. And then Paige and Brie will probably have what they haven't had since they returned, a storyline. So congratulations, ladies.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you, Carlos. So that's 8 to 1. For me, I'm not happy about this interim ladder match. To be honest with you, we'll get to that obviously about them just giving the title to someone until Rhea gets back. It's basically all they're doing. And JC Jane lost to Tiffany Stratton when she is already the United States champion. She could have defended against Blake there. That's for a different show, different story. I'm not happy with that. I felt like JC should have been in the ladder match, but Fatal Influence has to win here. I agree. I don't know who said it, but I think JC gets the pin on Paige. Nikki's been teasing the heel turn for a couple of weeks on her podcast. She did say something 2 days ago on there about the IWC saying she was going heel. So WWE could swerve and have Paige turn, but I don't know. I don't think so. I think the Bellas are turning on her because they do want to finish out their contract, which is up at the end of 2027 as heels. So give me Fatal Influence. JC needs to win, and then maybe she goes after Tiffany Stratton for that United States title. So, all right. So that is 9 for Fatal Influence and 1 for the Bella Twins and Paige. We will move on to match number 2. And this, like I said, this isn't the match order. I'll have that tomorrow. I know Oba and Brock is kicking off night 1. So you guys know. So it's going to be the craziest tag team alignment I think I've ever seen for a PLE. Solo Sikoa's cost LA Knight a lot of the matches in his career, but we're gonna have LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Solo Sikoa versus the Bloodline. Jacob Fatu, Jay Uso, and Jimmy Uso. Sean, who do you have and why?
I've got the Bloodline. I don't see them losing, and I'll do you one better. I think LA Knight's turning heel. Like he just the way he's been, acting, the way everything like this feels very much like them to turn him heel, and he'll go on to win Money in the Bank. But yeah, the Usos and Jacob are gonna win, and then LA Knight will turn heel.
Like it. They need to do something with LA Knight, so I do like that. All right, Miami. I did skip a match. Sorry, Stampede. I see your order now, but I will go to it next. All right. So the Bloodline: Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa. Jimmy Uso and Jay Uso versus Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, and Royce Keys. Who do you have winning and why?
This is kind of a hard one for me because I see how the crowd is reacting to Solo's babyface run. I guess this will be his babyface run. Hopefully, on TKO. Who knows? They might switch it up by Saturday. But it's so hard to say who would win this match. But I agree with Sean here again. I think that it will be the Bloodline. I like the idea of LA Knight going heel, but I think Royce Keys might turn heel. I would go Royce Keys may turn somewhere down the line because they probably need something to do with him to get people some kind of reaction out of people for him. So I think he will turn heel. Not probably Saturday, but probably down the line. Maybe it'll happen Saturday, maybe later on. But I got Bloodline.
All right, thanks, Miami. So that's 2 for the Bloodline. All right, CJ. Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, and Royce Keys taking on the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, Jay Uso, and Jimmy Uso. Who do you have and why?
I got Royce Keys and LA Knight with them winning.
All right, going with the upset. Nice. Love it. So we got 2 Bloodline, 1 Team Solo Sikoa. Stampede. Jacob Fatu, Jay and Jimmy versus Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, Royce Keys. Who's the winner and why?
WWE, the land of the Bloodline. This is never going away. It'll outlast my lifetime. So Bloodline for the win. Oh, definitely. Bloodline for the win. I would like to see them do something with Royce. He works good as a heel. Like he did well in that role in AEW. So I would like to see them explore that in his new home and see what they could do with him in that dynamic. So
all right. So we got another one for the Bloodline. All right, perfect. All right, so that's 3 Bloodlines, 1 Team Solo. All right, Carlos. Team Bloodline versus Team Solo Sikoa. Who do you got and why?
This is actually one of the few matches I'm actually looking forward to. I love what they do with Solo as a babyface. It's fun. This is fun. I love him getting to be his character. With that said, yeah, Bloodline's going to win. Me and Sean, I've been saying that for a while. And Sean, we've been saying that for a while. I think LA Knight's going to win the title eventually with Money in the Bank. But I think it's Royce that turns for now. And him and Solo compete on SmackDown. But yeah, Bloodline for the win, definitely.
All right. Thank you, Carlos. So that's 4 Bloodlines and 1 Team Solo. All right, Kyle, you're up. The Bloodline versus Solo, LA Knight, and Royce Keys.
Yeah, so for me, I am picking the Bloodline as well. I feel like as it's cool to see Royce have a SummerSlam match because I really like him. I don't care for him to be part of the Bloodline stuff because I feel like I know that him and Solo are friends, but I know hopefully they'll just be temporary. But I do think the Usos and Jacob Fatu are gonna win, and we'll see what happens after that.
All right. Thank you, Kyle. All right, Caleb, you're up. The Bloodline going against Solo, LA Knight, and Royce Keys. Who do you have and why?
I gotta go with my guy to the Bloodline. I'm a big Bloodline and tribal chief fan, so I'm gonna go with my favorite faction and go in the bloodline. I think they got everything they need to win. Jacob Fatugo and Pin LA Knight, so I'm going with the bloodline.
All right, thank you, Caleb. All right, Big Mike, you're up. The Bloodline versus Solo, Jacob. I mean Solo, LA Knight, and Royce Keys. Who do you got?
I'm going with Solo's crew. I'm going for a big upset. LA Knight and Royce Keys need some good momentum. I think a win at SummerSlam and Royce Keys' first PLE outside the Royal Rumble will be very good. I mean, think about this. Royce Keys, who's formerly known as Powerhouse Hobbs, is competing in two big stadium shows 2 years in a row. If you remember last year, he was at AEW All in Texas. He was he was with the Ops with Mojo and Kazutoshi Shibata defending the trios titles against the Death Fighters. Claudio Castagnoli, Gabe Kidd, and Wheeler Yuta. They expected to defend the title. Then he helped Hangman Page win the title at All In, along with Darby Allin, Swerve Strickland, and Will Ospreay. And now this year, he's competing at SummerSlam with two of the top stars in the eyes of the fans of WWE and LA Knight and Solo Sikoa against arguably the biggest faction in WWE against the Usos and Jacob Fatu. This is really good. He's very lucky to be in two stadium shows at the same time. So I'm going with LA, Royce, and Solo. I think LA pins one of the Usos, and maybe this gives them a championship opportunity, perhaps maybe at Money in the Bank against Roman.
All right, so you're going with the baby faces then, right? Okay. All right, Tribal Kingpin, you're up. I see the tribal in front of your name, so I'm assuming, but I'll let you go ahead and do it. Jacob, Jimmy, and Jay versus LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Solo Sikoa.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Solo scene. Love what they're doing creatively. The fans bought into Solo. I believe that LA needs to win and Royce Keys at this point because they're going to be caught up in this bloodline vortex for a while. So let's go ahead and get them this tag team win. I'm going to go ahead and say that Jacob and Royce Keys ends up brawling, leaving the match, just leaving LA and Solo to do things. And I think Solo gets the pin on Jimmy for the win.
All right, so we got three team solos. I haven't skipped anybody, correct? Nope, I don't think so. All right, so for me, I'm gonna go old school wrestling 101. So Solo and them stood tall Monday. Normally, about 98% of the time, the team or person that stands tall before the PLE. Normally, this is a team that or a person that loses at the PLE. I'm gonna go with Jacob and Jimmy and Jay. It's the bloodline. I don't think they're gonna have the bloodline lose, period, at SummerSlam. There have been some rumblings though. Don't know. This isn't official. This is just me throwing out some fan rumors, not something that I want people to hold a lot of weight on. But Tomiko, someone's trying to enter. I don't see him. Tomiko, Fatu, which is Rikisha's youngest son. Don't be surprised if he doesn't show up after the match. I know people are speculating that it's going to be Zilla, but it's not going to be Zilla. I can just go ahead and tell you that right now. It's not. I don't know why it keeps saying someone's trying to enter the studio, but we're all here. I'm not sure what's going on. No idea. Somebody left. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Jacob, Jimmy, and Jay on that one. So, yeah, I'm just throwing out a name. I don't know if that's official, but I have heard rumblings of Tomiko coming in. Silla is not. He's wrestling at HOG event against Amazing Red coming up soon, so he's not going to be at SummerSlam. All right, so we're going to move on to match number 3. What a weird match this is. Obviously, it's kind of been telling a story for a little while now. It's going to be the former GM of SmackDown, Nick Aldis, going up against, I can't call him the career killer anymore because he's 0-5 against Cody Rhodes. But it's Gunther. Nick Aldis and Gunther. Sean, I'm gonna let you start it out. who do you have and why?
Yeah, oh, how the mighty have fallen. But yeah, Gunther's going to win this match. There's no reason. And if Aldis wins, Gunther should just walk back, get in his tour bus, and never be seen again.
Yeah, I have to 100. He has turned a complete 360 with the company. I don't know what they're doing with him, but I agree. All right, thank you, Sean. All right, Miami. Nick Aldis, which he is back in the ring now. He is not going to be the GM anymore. This isn't his last match, I can assure you. 1-on-1 versus Gunther. Who do you have and why? You're on mute. Okay.
No, I think it's gonna be probably Nick Aldis because it was weird. They script him from his GM duties. I would think, well, if he loses, then what will be next? He can't go. I guess he can't go back to being GM because he gave up all that. So I don't think they would do that just to let him lose. I'm really gonna go Nick Aldis, man. I think Nick Aldis will win, and I think I agree with you. I think he's gonna have some more matches.
All right, thank you, Miami. So that's one Nick Aldis, one Gunther. CJ, you're up next.
I'm going with Gunther for the victory. Oh, yeah.
All right, so we got two Gunthers and one Nick Aldis. Stampede, Nick Aldis, who I don't know if a lot of people have seen him wrestle, but I saw him wrestle Cody Rhodes. He's not that bad in the ring. He's going 1-on-1 with Gunther. Who do you have and why?
I don't feel that this company is done completely fucking up Gunther yet. So they will continue with that trend and they will have Nick Aldis go over. And you're right, CJ. Aldis' last match was against Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
That was in 2018 in NWA. And you were also right on Zilla Patu. It's August 7th. He's facing Amazing Red.
Yep. Thank you. All right. Tribal Kingpin. You're up next. Nick Aldis versus Gunther. Who do you have and why?
I'm going to go ahead and say Gunther on this one. You built this guy up over the last year. You know, retired Cena, AJ, Goldberg. So to have him lose against Nick Aldis here at SummerSlam doesn't really make a lot of sense. If anything, I think best for Nick Aldis is to get disqualified. Maybe there's a second match, but in my honest opinion, I think Gunther puts him to sleep.
All right, so we got another Gunther. Kyle Man Anthony, Nick Aldis versus Gunther. Who wins and why?
For me, I have to say Gunther. You know, he's the one that needs a lot of momentum. He just feels, I don't want to say he doesn't feel weak, but he just feels not interesting. And, you know, for me, I've never been interested in Gunther anyway, but I just think Gunther wins and all this is just, maybe he continues to be in the ring, not sure, but I'm saying Gunther, but I won't be surprised if Nick Aldis does win, but I'm predicting Gunther.
All right. Thank you, Kyle. I think we're evenly split right now. So, Caleb, Nick Aldis versus Gunther. Who do you have?
I got Gunther actually. I'm going with another here. Gunther. I do not think Nick Aldis winning. I did him in TNA, but it's been a while. It's been a while since he wrestled, so it's gonna be Gunther.
All right, another Gunther. Thanks, Caleb. All right, Big Mike, you're up. Nick Aldis versus Gunther. Who wins?
Go with the upset, Nick Aldis, because I think Ilya Dragunov will get involved in the match because he's Gunther's biggest rival. And I think we might have a beginning of a feud between him and Ilya. But that's just me. So I'm going with Nick.
All right, Big Mac. I'm Big Mac. I'm sorry. Good observation there. So I think Nick is still one behind. All right, Carlos. Nick Aldis versus Gunther. Who do you have and why?
So again, I'm looking forward to this match. I'm looking forward to Nick Aldis quit teasing me in Final Boss Lady by actually showing his muscles for the first time in years. But no, I think I was going to say Gunther, but I like what Stampede saying. It's what they do. They fuck shit up. I think Nick Aldis does get the win now. But I think it'll eventually lead to all this. I mean, it'll eventually lead to Gunther ending his career and getting another notch in that belt. So I'm gonna go Aldis for now, with Gunther eventually retiring Aldis.
All right, thank you, Carlos. So for me, I think a couple of things could happen. I don't understand what happened to Gunther. They moved him to SmackDown. I don't know why. He never beat Cody Rhodes. I don't think he ever will. And now he's facing the GM of SmackDown, Nick Aldis, which, don't get me wrong, the man can wrestle. Like, he's in really good shape. He's been staying in shape. So I'm gonna say Nick Aldis wins. Big Mike over there with my prediction. I think we possibly could see a return Dragunov. I don't know. That's just me talking as a fan. I did say Tyrese Halliburton was showing up, and I was joking, and he actually did. We'll see. I don't know if Dragunov shows up, but I do believe Aldis wins because it's not his final match. He will have more than one match. And I also agree with Carlos that this will be another career that Gunther will be able to add under his belt when that. I still think the match, they have maybe 2 more matches after this. It has to be a trilogy for Triple H. But I'm going Nick Aldis. I think he's going to beat Gunther somehow, some way, whether somebody helps him or whatever. But I'm going with Aldis. So I think it was 6-4 Gunther. Or no, it's 5-5. It's 5-5. Was that correct, Stampede? Was it 5-5? I believe it was 5.
Could be. I'll check.
Okay, it's fine. I think it was 5-5. It could be 6-4. It's close though. One of the pieces could be close.
Yeah, it was 5-5 for that one.
Oh wow! Oh, awesome! I tied it right back up. Cool. First time we had a tie in a while. All right. So we're going to move to the opening match of night 1, which will be on ESPN. A lot of people think this match is going to go 20-25 minutes. Don't get your hopes up. This is a TKO we're talking about. It's going to be Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar and Hell in a Cell. Sean, start us off. Who do you have and why?
I got Oba. I just, the way they've set this up. However, I will say, I don't think this is Brock's last match. They haven't told you it is. They haven't built it as such. I think we're seeing Brock at Saudi Mania, but I don't think they're going to have him beat Oba. Having said that, I think we'll see Brock versus someone else. But, don't be surprised if Brock somehow wins this and they run it back at Mania. But I'm picking Oba.
Oh man, Sean, I agree with you on everything. I don't think this is Brock's last match by any stretch. But I pray to God they're not doing 4 matches. This needs to end here. But that's great points. Great point. All right, Miami, Obafemi, Brock Lesnar, and Hell in a Cell. Who do you have?
Give me Oba. This is probably like one of the matches I want to see on the card. I love the way they did their face-to-face. They're really building it up. Like y'all been saying, I don't think it will be Brock's last match. They haven't said that, but I think this is most of they've been just saying that Brock is undefeated in Hell in a Cell. So that's one major clue that makes me think that Oba will go off. And it seems like Brock is very fond of Oba from what Triple H has said on WWE radio that Brock has been mentoring Oba. So I think Oba will go over. And I think this will be one and done.
All right. Thank you, man. That is all definitely correct as well. Brock handpicked Oba, so yeah, for sure, 100%. All right, CJ, Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar and Hell in a Cell. Who do you have?
I got Obafemi winning, and I just want this guy to get his opportunity and Brock Lesnar to retire. That's all I got to say on that.
All right. I do believe Brock wrestles at WrestleMania in Saudi. Don't think he's going to pass up that money. That check's going to be too fat for that man from Saskatchewan to not to fly in to Saudi. But I do agree there. Thank you, CJ. All right, Stampede. Oba and Brock, I do want only you to add this in. Who wins, and will this match go longer than 8 minutes?
It'll go longer than 8 minutes, just due to the nature of the match. There'll be a lot of aura farming in this one, so that'll eat up a bit of time. As for who wins the Frolic in the Fence 2026 version, they've already screwed up Oba once with the King of the Ring win. That was supposed to be for a title shot that he didn't take. So they got that out of the way. So I don't think they screw this up further with him. They'll give him the win here and move on from this. Go do something else.
All right, appreciate you, Stampede. Yeah, that was weird that he just relinquished his title shot, but it is what it is. That's what this is what we do. Triple H says that's his new saying now, not new era. This is what we do.
I hate Triple H already.
All right, Kingpin, open me, Brock Lesnar, Hell in a Cell. Who do you have?
All right, I'm going with the ruler, Obafemi, on this one. I think throughout the match, eventually one of them gets put through the cage, whether it's the top, whether it's a side or through a door, one of them through it. I definitely think that Oba needs this one. I don't think that this is Brock's last match. I think he's wrestling at WrestleMania 43 at Saudi. I think his opponent for that is actually going to be Gunther. I think Gunther retires him at WrestleMania.
That's exactly what I think too, Kingpin. Sounds like you been doing some homework. Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. All right, Kyle, Oba and Brock, Hell in a Cell. Who do you have?
I got Oba winning, and I'll just throw this out there. I won't be surprised if both of them climb up the cage and brawl there. That'll be an interesting sight. I don't know if that will happen, but I'll just throw that out there because, SummerSlam, they probably want to make a huge splash, but ultimately I do think Oba's going to win.
All right, thank you. Yeah, that would be crazy. I wonder if we're going to see a lot of paint too. That would be. Hopefully they do bleed a little bit. So Caleb, Oba and Brock, Hell in a Cell. Who do you got?
I got Oba winning, and it's definitely going after over 8 minutes. I'm thinking it's going to probably go 15, 20 minutes. There's going to be a lot of aurora farming, definitely. For sure. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a good match, and I have Oba winning.
Thanks, Caleb. I said that word to Kyle earlier on the phone. I was like, you better get ready for the main events, but in 25, 30 minutes, because it's going to be a shit ton of aura farming. So I love that word. All right, Big Mike. Oba, Brock, who you got?
Oba, easily. This feud needs to end. I'm glad Oba's gonna win, and hopefully he gets in contention for the World Heavyweight or WWE Championship, become the World Champion in the near future. Oba's winning. Brock's now retiring. He's still got to face Gunther and Braun Breaker. I like to see those matches, and don't be surprised if he holds a championship soon, eventually. So I'm going with Oba.
All right, Carlos, Oba and Brock, what you got?
I got Vince McMahon returning to help Brock win. I'm joking. I got Oba winning this match. I think they'll find a way at the end to turn Brock babyface, and we'll probably see Paul Heyman crawling back to the division. Maybe we get Bronson Reed after the match attacking Oba. But there's gonna be something happening. But yeah, I'm definitely no longer than 8 minutes. They'll be staring each other down for the first fucking 5 minutes. So yeah, it's definitely going longer than 8 minutes as well. But yeah, definitely Oba has to win this match. And I'm with you guys. Gunther will be retiring him at WrestleMania. Sorry.
I agree. Again, I do truly believe that Gunther is going to retire Brock at WrestleMania 43 as well. So good point about the Bronson Reed return as well. I like that. So I'm going to go with Oba. I don't think this match goes over 12 minutes. This is TKO. They love commercials. They love ads. I've been telling everyone these matches you saw on Unreal, they are going to cut the matches a little short because they have to save time for Cody and Punk to aura farm for 30 minutes. And Roman and Seth is going to go 30 minutes as well. So I hope they go at least 10 to 12, maybe 15. Brock doesn't really like to wrestle longer than 10 or 12 usually, but I think it's going to be a great match. It has to end here. Oba wins. Maybe like Carlos said, we get somebody to confront Oba after to start his next feud because he's not going after Roman's title right now. It's just not happening. So yeah, give me Obafemi to win the third match in the rubber match. So I'm going with Oba. So I believe it's 10-0 Oba. All right. So we have 2 matches left for night 1. This is for the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship. And I tell you this, she has had a lot of title defenses, so I'm sure she's tired. Liv Morgan is defending the title against the Genius of the Sky, Io Sky. Sean, I know you're a big Liv fan. Who you got?
Yeah, well, I mean, as someone said on their, on Instagram earlier, you don't have to defend the title when you're that damn good. I'm paraphrasing, but
I mean, yeah.
no, I got Liv. Look, they already had EO pin Liv. They've been telegraphing this, and as you brought up the Wrestling 101, guess who was left laying? Liv. So I mean, everything points to them giving us Raquel and Roxanne versus Liv. We're probably going to get Bakar returning after the match, and we'll go into that feud before we get to Raquel and Roxanne. But yeah, Liv's going to retain because Io's story is on SmackDown whenever she returns. So yeah, give me Liv.
All right. Miami. This is a tough one. Io and Liv. Liv is cursed, by the way, by Danhausen. Don't forget that.
Believe it or not, I'm gonna go Liv Morgan too, especially the way Triple H's been hyping Liv up these last couple of days. At first I was gonna go Io, but they've been hyping up Liv a little too much, man. I'm gonna go Liv Morgan, man. I'm gonna go the opposite way because, like, I agree with Sean. He said it. You already had one win from Io from Queens of the Ring, so now I think Liv gets her pin back, and that's how they keep the title on her.
All right. Thank you, Miami. That's two Liv. CJ, up next. Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. Who do you have?
I think WWE is going to do what Miami and Sean said, but I'm going with Io Sky. That's just my thoughts on that.
All right. One for Io, two for Liv. Stampede. Io Sky versus a cursed Liv Morgan. Who do you have?
So after 106 days, this will be Livy's first defense of this title. She's not losing in her first defense. Hopefully, it doesn't reach 212 days before she gets around to defending it like twice. Not to mention that they are obsessed with this half-assed fucking Bullet Club thing they're doing with Judgment Day. Like it's never going to end either. It has the same life expectancy of a Twinkie and the Bloodline, like fucking hundreds of years. But yeah, Liv retains. Hopefully, Vekor is back so they can do that and put that to bed too.
All right, thank you, Stampede. So everybody but one is going with Liv so far. All right, Kingpin, who you got and why?
I'm going with the Genius of the Sky, Io Sky. I'm gonna go ahead and say that Liv's gonna get help from Judgment Day. Raquel and Roxanne will come out, but then I think that Sol Ruka will come out, want to get her revenge on Raquel, and then Stephanie will return and drive away Roxanne, and then that's how Io end up getting the win.
So all right, I like it. Kingpin, thank you. On 3-2, Kyle, Io Sky, Liv Morgan, two of your favorites. Who do you have and why?
It's always hard when two of my favorites go off against each other because it's hard for me to pick. Well, not really. Here I'm picking Io Sky. I think, I think Io's gonna win. Io needs the championship. I love Liv as the champion, but she's done nothing credible with that championship. And and I do think Judgment Day may come out, and try to help Liv. I think it will backfire. Roxanne will try to help Liv, but it will backfire, and Liv's gonna get distracted, and Io takes the win and takes the championship. So I think the Judgment Day comes out, but it'll be Roxanne that will cost Liv Morgan. That's my guess there, and we'll have a new champion in Io Sky.
All right, thanks, Kyle. Seems like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 Eos and 1 and 2 Livs. All right, Caleb. I already know who you're picking, but go ahead, buddy.
I'm picking Liv Morgan. She's one of my favorites from WWE. So yeah, I do not see her losing that title in her first defense. I see her losing in like next year at Saudi or somewhere around that. So I do not see her losing her first defense. So I'm taking Liv.
All right, thank you, Caleb. We are all knotted up again. All right, Big Mike, who do you have? Io and Liv.
I'm going with Liv. Liv needs to win. I'm with Stampede. There's no way she's losing in her first offense. They also need to get that Stephanie match over with and move on. I don't want to see Io win the top because I know what they're going to do. They're going to put her in the Judgment Day vortex. I just know it. So I think it's best for Liv to retain the title, okay? And besides, if Io retains, she's going to have a lot of matches against Judgment Day, Raquel, Roxanne. No matches with Lyra or Maxine. I just don't see it happening. Io's going to be stuck in the Judgment Day vortex, so I'm going with Liv to retain the title. I'm sorry. Liv needs to retain. There's no way she's losing in her first title defense. And I'd rather not see Io versus Rhea at Crown Jewel, to be honest. Sorry. I'm going with Liv.
All right. Carlos, Io versus Liv. Who do you have? Carlos.
You're telling me with the part. You're telling me with the part that she's cursed. That has me rethinking things. So I'm gonna go WWE style, baby. I'm gonna go Io Sky by disqualification.
All right.
Liv keeps the title.
I love it. I love it. So for me, I think it's going to go one. I think it's going to go one or two ways. I do not think that Liv's going to pin Io Sky. She is cursed. Danhausen is the hottest thing since fish grease. Right now in WWE, every time someone is cursed, they lose. That's just the way it is what it is, according to Triple H. I love Liv and Io. They are wanting to do Io versus Rhea at Crown Jewel, champion versus champion. I don't know how they get there. I don't know if Rhea's back in time. They did want to do that at one time. I believe this curse is still going to play a role. It's going to be before Dominic's match with Danhausen. So it's either ending in a DQ or Io Sky's winning the title with the help of returning Stephanie Valcourt, which is going to piss Liv off because Raquel's a champion. And then I feel like maybe Roxanne wins Money in the Bank. And then that is the beginning of the end of this Judgment Day stuff. Give me Io Sky, whether it's DQ or pin. Give me Io Sky as well in that match. So looks like we were close to tied on that one as well. Maybe one more for Liv. So we're gonna go to the main event and a lot of aura farming. CM Punk is defending the title, and I can't wait to hear the takes on this. CM Punk is defending the title against the 3-time former undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes. Sean, who do you have, and will someone turn heel?
Yes, someone will turn heel, and that'll be CM Punk. I have CM Punk retaining because I don't know if a lot of you know, but they're running a show in Chicago opposite All Out, which is an AEW pay-per-view on the same weekend. So they're going to have CM Punk as your World Heavyweight Champion against that AEW pay-per-view. It's just happening. The sooner we accept it, the better. And you said 30 minutes. That might be the entrances. So
yeah, maybe.
But Punk is retaining.
All right, thank you, Sean. I agree with one part, but not the other. All right, Miami, who you got?
I'm gonna go Punk. I don't think he will lose this early. I mean, it would be no other way. I do agree with one thing Sean said about maybe they'll keep it on Punk because of the pay per view they're doing. But I don't think it's just that. I think because Cody's gonna probably have to start chasing the title a different way. Maybe he'll turn heel. They got to do something new with him, or either just take him out of the picture for a while. If he's not going to turn heel, just keep him out of the title picture. I said it on DW Radio. Just keep him out of the picture and let him do some more stuff for a while and give him a break from the title. You know, it'll freshen him up, and it won't get his fans tired of him like that. You know, I don't hate the man. It's just I don't want to see him go down as always chasing the title. So give me CM Punk.
All right, 2 CM Punks. CJ, Punk versus Cody. Who you got?
I got Punk, and I think that Cody should be the one to turn heel. That's my thoughts on that.
All right. So Punk win and a Cody Hill turn afterwards. All right. Stampede. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes. Match number 1 with these guys. Who do you got?
For the love of God, please do something with Cody other than what you've been doing with him since he got there, right? Like Roman said, missionary. This man is the fucking definition of missionary, right? It's the same shit every week. Turn him heel, bring Brandy out. Don't put Brandy in the ring. She can't wrestle, right? But she's a fucking heat magnet. Go do that and make this guy interesting because he's an excellent heel when he's allowed to be. I think Punk retains here, though, as he should. So.
All right. Thank you, Stampede. All right, Kingpin, you're up next. Everybody's going with CM Punk. Who you got?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with CM Punk too on this one. I think that it's still a short range so far for Punk. I think he needs a little bit more time. I think at the end of this, I think it's really gonna be like a returning AJ Lee that kind of cost Cody. That way they can bring in Brandy. Maybe they can have like a mix, tag match. So I think that's the direction. CM Punk.
All right. Everybody's going with Punk. Kyle, who you got?
I got Punk, man. I feel like again, he just won a title. Cody side interesting, so just turn him heel. Well, to me, whether he's a heel or face, I'm still not going to be interested because I'm not a fan. But if he's a heel, maybe he'll be slightly interesting or interesting character to watch every week as a heel. But CM Punk for the win.
All right. Caleb, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes.
I got CM Punk with someone interfering with the match and causing Cody to win, and I think it's going to be Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is going to cause Cody to win, and CM Punk going to retain, and Cody Rhodes going to be turning heel.
All right. You guys are killing me, man. Y'all hating on my guy. I'm not picking Cody either. So, all right, Big Mike, who you got?
I'm going with Cody. I need a heel Cody. I need to see The Rock come out during the match, give the slight throw, and then Cody low blows Punk while the ref is down, does whatever it takes to win, and hits up Crossroads. 1, 2, 3. New champ and Homelander Cody has arrived. We better see a real good heel Cody, a Homelander Cody, not the half-assed Cena heel that we got last year. We need something that will help rejuvenate and reignite the creative process and give us new hope for the rest of the year for WWE, because WWE has been shit this year outside of AAA and NXT. Hopefully, if they execute the heel turn properly, this might be the beginning of a big turn heading into 2027. And it might consider them maybe have a good, decent creative run that will not go back to 2020 to 2024. There's no way we're going back there. At least have a decent creative run into 2027 that might consider the broadcasters to saying, yeah, this is what we wanted. And because I'm thinking, because you think about it, ESPN and Netflix are going to be getting more involved. They want better products. So if it's the broadcasters that don't like it, that might be the wake-up call for WWE deciding, yeah, we kind of fucked up. We might need to fix this. So I think turning Cody heel will be the proper way to do it. Have him win, and then we will get Roman versus Cody. It's a big budget money match at Crown Jewel. TKO is hell-bent on doing it. There's no way they're not going to do it. So I'm going with Cody for the win.
All right. Well, hope Cody's listening because you're going to be his only pick, and I'm his biggest fan. So, all right, Carlos, who you got, brother?
All you Cody fans getting off that easily. He's not turning heel. Randy Orton's going to return as a heel, cost Cody the match, and CM Punk's going over. And then Cody Randy.
All right. So I'm just going to say this. I'm the biggest Cody Rhodes fan there is. Everybody knows it. It's my intro music. If he turns heel, I guess me and Miami are going to have to work on a new intro because he said he ain't using Kingdom anymore. This match was not even supposed to happen at SummerSlam. This was a WrestleMania 43 match in Saudi Arabia. It got moved up because of ticket sales and the build sucks. And that's because they haven't had a whole lot of time. But I disagree, Carlos, for once with you. I'm going with CM Punk. I don't think Cody's winning the title. I think Punk wins. I think that after the match, maybe they do the same kind of bullshit that they've been doing with the shaking hands, and Cody kicks him low and beats the living shit out of CM Punk, and Cody Rhodes turns heel at the end of night one. I don't think The Rock's involved. Big Mike, I think you've been listening to some people, other people that maybe you shouldn't be listening to, but Cody Rhodes is turning heel at the end of night one, but CM Punk will retain.
I really hope so.
CM Punk retains. Cody turns heel. This feud goes all the way to Mania 43. And that's probably where Cody wins the title back at Mania. So Cody's going to go heel. It has to happen. If they go any longer, I'm not going to like him anymore. So I'm pulling for it. So I'm going to try to manifest it. But I'm going to CM Punk. I'm going against Cody. Sorry, Cody, if you're listening. So that's 9-1. 9-1. We're moving on to night number 2. It's going to be it's a number 1 contenders match, which I'm glad they did this instead of putting Sami in the triple threat. It's going to be Sami Zayn going 1-on-1 versus Finn Balor, with the winner earning a spot at CM Punk or Cody Rhodes. Didn't say when. Probably Sunday night's main event, which is in Cody's hometown in September, or WrestlePalooza when that gets announced for September. Sami or Finn? Sean, who do you have?
We got Finn Balor. I just, I mean, it feels like the story they're telling with Sami is the crash out and losing another match that, he feels like he should win, especially if it's not, a ref misses a spot or something happens. But I got Finn winning this, and then Sami continuing his crash out angle.
All right. One for Finn Balor. He's not Finn Balor anymore now. He's Finn Balor. And we have seen Finn and Punk twice. So, but I do like your take on that, though. All right, Miami. Finn versus Sami Zayn. Who do you have and why?
Finn Balor. I think Finn will win because this will make Sami be more of a compelling character. Everything he said, I love his promo on SmackDown, and this will make him do more great promos. I feel like him being by himself and going this direction is the best way for him to go. Give me Finn Balor because I think they're gonna run Finn and CM Punk once again like they did on the Raw, because they had a great show on Raw. I think they want to do it on a PLE. So Finn Balor, CJ.
Thanks, Miami. Yeah, I believe they did run on a Raw, and I think they also did it. I believe it was at Elimination Chamber in Chicago as well. So this would be their third rubber match with them too. I believe. Stampede would probably know before I would, but all right. So we got 2 Finn Balor, CJ. Finn Balor versus Sami. Who do you have and why?
I got Finn as well. I think that would be good to get him a number 1 contender and stuff. That's just my thought. That, and just like what Miami said and Sean said, just keep doing what you got to do with Sami. So that's my thoughts on that.
All right, thank you, CJ. All right, Stampede, Finn Balor, Sami Zayn. Who you have?
Interesting with this one. They're doing something with Finn that they don't normally do. They're heating him up by giving him wins. Who knew, right? Plus, they had a little interaction with him and Punk backstage a couple weeks ago, I think it was. So Finn should get the win here if they keep following that particular template.
Yeah, you are correct. He had an interaction with Punk and with Cody also backstage. So Finn's on the right track for sure. So that's 4 Finns and 0 for Sami Zayn. Kingpin, who do you have and why?
I'm going with the Prince, Finn Balor. I think it's been long enough. It's been 10 long years since he's had the world title. So I think it'd be better if he wins this. I think it's better for Sami if he loses, continue his crash out. I think after this, he goes on to face Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, have the battle of the crash outs. But I honestly think that Finn should beat CM Punk for the title. I think he needs it. He really does. Even if it's a short reign till Sunday night's main event. That's my pick.
All right. Thank you so much. Kyle, Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn. Who do you have?
I'm picking my second favorite Irish person ever. That is Finn Balor. Balor all the way, man. He needs to be in that world title picture. And he has been taking a lot of wins, which is great to see. So, my favorite, Finn Balor.
All right. Everybody going with Finn so far. Caleb, who you have?
I got Finn Balor. I want to see Sami Zayn cross out, and he doesn't need another title opportunity. So give that title to Finn Balor, and I want to say a huge Judgment Day fan. I'm a huge Judgment Day fan. So yeah, of course I'm going with Finn Balor here.
All right. Thank you, Caleb. All right, Mike, who you got, brother?
I'm going with Finn Balor. WWE is really high on Finn Balor. I'm very surprised. I saw they were going to do last year, but this year is interesting. I'm very surprised and interested where this goes because I like what they're doing with Finn Balor. I think they're taking him very seriously. So I think I'm going to go with Finn Balor and see where this goes. I'm proud of him either way.
All right. Thank you. Carlos. Finn Balor, Sami Zayn. Who?
Finn Balor. I have a question for you. Why are they crowning number one contender if it's going to be Cody continuing to feud with Punk?
That's a great question. It's a great question. So I'm gonna be the only one in Miami. This isn't my DWE picks, by the way. This is just the EVP show picks. I'll put my real picks Friday. I'm just trying to be different than everybody else. I'm going with Sami Zayn. He got screwed. He had to defend the title on Raw. He was a SmackDown champion because they had to do Punk and Cody because they couldn't sell tickets and they had to lower them to $25. He Finn Balor's on a roll. I get it. I love it, but he's not beating Punk for the title. It's just not happening. Punk's gonna hold that title for a while, but I do believe Sammy deserves that first rematch against Punk because, like I said, he was screwed over on having to defend on Raw when Cody got taken out. I believe, and this is just a fantasy pick, I believe Kevin Owens returns and help Sami Zayn beat Finn Balor. I'll be the only one. I'll be on the island by myself. Give me Sami Zayn, and then we get Sami Zayn versus CM Punk, maybe on a SmackDown or maybe at Saturday night's main event in Cody's hometown, which would be kind of a shot in Cody's face. So that's how I see it. I'm going with Sami on this show. I may change before Friday, but I'm the only one. So all right, moving on. It's for the WWE United States Championship match, and it came out of nowhere. No Carmelo Hayes as of now, and no Ricky Saints. It's going to be Trick Williams defending against Baron Corbin. Sean, who do you have and why?
Yeah, I'm going back and forth on this, but give me Baron Corbin. They just bought the they just bought Busted Open. It's now the WWE Network. Baron Corbin came back out of nowhere. This just feels like something right up their alley. They're just gonna have Baron Corbin win the belt at SummerSlam, and then we'll probably have a longer feud after that, and maybe Trick wins it back down the road. But yeah, Baron Corbin at SummerSlam.
All right, thank you, Sean. Miami, Trick Williams and Baron Corbin. Who do you have?
If they don't add no one, this is gonna be a hard one, man. I think Trick holds it, man, because they just gave him this custom-made title. I don't see him taking it off of him and putting it on Baron because it doesn't probably look right on him. It'll be crazy. I think they're gonna run it back. I think this won't be their only match. I think Trick and Baron runs this back again, probably on main event, and maybe Baron Corbin wins it later on down the line. Give me Trick Williams, CJ.
All right, thanks, Miami. All right, CJ, Trick or Baron? Who do you have?
I'm going with Trick retaining. I wouldn't mind if Baron Corbin wins, but I'm going with Trick Williams. And I loved all the work that Baron Corbin was doing in MLW and the Indies. So yeah.
All right, thank you, Stampede. Trick and Baron Corbin. Who you have?
The walking, talking catchphrase. Let's put a title on him, right? Can't fucking wrestle that good, but he can sure whoop that trick. I liked Baron Corbin when he left in his Bishop Dyer character. It looks like WWE liked it too, because they kind of incorporated into what they're doing. So they kind of CGI'd out the whole call up to the main roster from when he was in NXT, because that didn't work. And now they're inserting him back and doing what they should have done on that call up, right? So I think if that's the case, I think Corbin takes this, and he's your new champ.
All right. Thank you, Stampede. Travel Kingpin, who you got?
I'm gonna go ahead and say Baron Corbin wins by DQ. I think Carmelo gets to interfere in the match, or Carmelo and Ricky Saints interferes in the match on this one. I know before that he was politicking a lot for Carmelo to get more opportunities before he had came back. So I think they're gonna end up just adding more people to another match after this.
All right. Thank you, Kingpin. Kyle, Trick, and Baron, who do you have?
This was kind of hard here. For me, I think I would say Baron Corbin. I would love to see Trick retain, because I do want to see Trick and Carmelo, because I think they still is something there, but they don't have Carmelo on TV, which I think that's terrible. But I just have a feeling Baron Corbin's going to win, so I'll just say Corbin.
All right. Thanks, Kyle. Caleb, Trick or Baron?
I got Trick. I do not see Baron Corbin winning his first match back, so I got Trick winning. I do not see. I think that he's dropping the belt to Carmelo here. I do not see Trick dropping to Baron Corbin. Do not see it at all.
Thank you, Caleb. All right, Big Mike, who you got?
Baron Corbin. They're not going to waste his momentum. I mean, they obviously saw what he did in the Indies and MLD, and they want to make it up to him by giving him a bigger push and treating him very well, which I hope they do. So I'm going with Baron Corbin to win the U.S. title. I won't be surprised if Melo gets added. Even Baron Corbin himself admitted that he wants Melo in the match, and I think he feels bad that Melo's being left out again. But either way, whether Melo's in the match or not, Baron Corbin is winning. Sorry, but it's the truth.
All right, thanks. All right, Carlos, who you got, Trick or Baron?
Trick Williams. Whoever said about the titles, right? They just gave him a custom championship. He's not losing that belt yet. Trick Williams.
All right, thank you, Carlos. All right, this is a tough one for me. I'll probably wait until Friday, ultimately, when I have to send my picks in for DWE. I'm going to go with Baron Corbin. I still have some. Baron's really been politicking hard on Instagram for Carmelo to be added to this. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it could happen on SmackDown. That could be an out for Trick not to get pinned and lose the title. I believe that Trick is going to be chasing the title. He's not going to the main event scene not right yet. Give me Baron Corbin to win the title. I just think it would be crazy if they just brought him back and he just loses. But WWE's done crazier. But give me Baron as of right now to win that United States Championship, and Trick will chase him through the fall and eventually win that title back. So, all right. So it was a lot of Tricks to only a couple of Barons. So next up is, oh my God. So it was clarified today. It's going to be $100,000 on the line. It's going to be a human monies match. Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio for $100,000 in a human monies match. Sean, who you have?
I have Dominic. I don't really have any reason to believe that they're gonna do that. It just, I don't know. I really couldn't care less about this match, but it feels like they're gonna have Dominic. Like, you can't have one of your top young stars continue to get, jobbed out by a clown. So give me Dominic.
Thank you, Miami. Did you put that comment up? I appreciate it. Okay, you have Dominic. All right. So, all
My
right.
bad, man. I'm too used to being in the back.
You're good. You're good. I mean, I'm looking at the match card too. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. You're the like the GM of this StreamYard account anyway. So I was like, damn, somebody. I wonder who put the comment up. Thank you for that, Mike. All right, Miami, you're up. $100,000 on a poll or whatever it is. Dominic versus Danhausen. Who you got?
Man, I can't wait to Friday. DW radio is gonna be crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. Give me Danhausen, man. I'm gonna save my comments for the radio on Friday. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, Monday's segment was just god awful. All right, so that's one Danhausen, one Dom. CJ, who do you got?
I got Dominic winning, and this is the worst thing that I have seen in a long time. I'm sorry to say that, but it's just awful, straight awful. But like I said, I got Dominic.
All right, Stampede, you're up.
I wonder what wrestler they went to and got the $100,000 off of to put up for this match. Because you know they ain't putting it up themselves.
Nah, TKO.
I refuse to pick Danhausen in this. I'm just not doing it. Like, do not have your AAA mega champion lose to a comedy character on a major pay-per-view. Don't do that. Like, that is a horrible look. So I'm picking Dom in this one.
All right, there's two Doms and two Danhausens. Tribal Kingpin, who do you got?
I'm gonna go ahead and say Don wins this one. I think they brought in Ryan for a reason on Raw, so I think he's gonna end up helping him out once JD gets cursed by Danhausen. He probably ends up knocking out Danhausen and Don wins.
All right, three Doms. Wow. Kyle, who do you have? I know Danhausen's your favorite character, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, this match does not interest me. But just for some reason, I kind of regret. Kind of feel like Dominic may end up winning somehow. I just have a feeling that he does. Danhausen with that money thing. When does that solve? I don't know. I'm just picking Dominic. That seems right to me.
All right, four Dominics. Caleb, who you got? Well, it's Judgment Day, but go ahead.
I got Judgment Day. I got my Latino tribal chief, and Dominic Day. I did not see him losing that match, and he's going to get his money back. So yeah, I got Dominic winning.
All right, thank you, Caleb. If it's a Judgment Day, I know Caleb is picking them no matter what. I respect it. I respect it. You're a diehard. All right, Big Mike.
Gimmick infringement for Carlos calling him a Latino tribal chief.
Well,
no
he
one else
is
will
a,
say it. I will. It's
well,
gimmick infringement. That's Carlos's thing.
It's okay. He can borrow it. It's fine.
Dominic is the greatest Mysterio of all time, anyway. So we know that. All right, Big Mike, you're up.
I'm going with Dom. Dom needs this very bad. That booking has been for the Judgment Day recently. This is horrible. What that concert last night on Raw reminded me of 2019 WWE, the late Vince McMahon days. I mean, I believe in Japan. No one wants to see how we're cutting time for matches and for wrestlers who deserve the time and for women. This is just ridiculous. I am so glad I did not watch Raw on Monday night because it was a bad show. It reminded me of the old days of late Vince McMahon WWE. He's gonna be back anyway. But either way, I want Dom to win. I want this Danhausen thing to get it over. I want them to move on from Danhausen and start fresh after SummerSlam. But we all know WWE loves Danhausen. They love Happy Enemy, so they're going to have Danhausen win anyways, which I do not like. So I'm going with Dom all the way.
All right, thank you, Big Mike. Carlos, Dominic, and Danhausen for $100,000. I want y'all to sink into this match, by the way. Carlos? I get. Can you guys hear him?
Carlos?
I can't hear him. I think your mic's messing up. You may have to. I don't know. You may have to. I don't know what it's doing. Okay. All right. So while we're waiting on Carlos, as much as I love Dominic Mysterio, he is the greatest Mysterio of all time, the greatest luchador of all time. But he is Eddie Guerrero's illegitimate son. He got Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan. People are even pitching for this guy to be with Stephanie Valcour, which would just be absolutely insane. I'm gonna go with Danhausen. WWE is just way too high on this guy. They have him on every show, NXT, Raw, SmackDown. I just don't see any way possible that they're gonna have this man take a loss at SummerSlam. When he's heavily promoted. So give me Danhausen. And Danhausen, I'm coming for that $100,000. All right, Carlos, who you have? Don't know what's going on with Carlos's microphone. Streamer's been playing up this whole stream. Shame on you.
Yeah, I think you got Dominic Mysterio also.
I don't know what's going on, Carlos. Can anybody else hear Carlos? Because I cannot.
No.
No.
Okay, so he might have to step back in. He can do his pick for that match when he comes back or when we can hear him. So we're gonna. Okay, Sean's back in. All right, Sean, can you hear Carlos?
I don't know. Say something, Carlos.
He's talking right now.
Oh, I can't hear him then. No.
All right, we'll get his pick when he gets back. We're gonna move on. He can do it when he gets back. So this is oh my gosh, for the interim WWE Women's title that Rhea Ripley vacated, or not vacated, but that they made 2 weeks before SummerSlam.
Should have been vacated.
Yeah, Charlotte Flair versus Chelsea Green versus Jade Cargill versus the United States champion Tiffany Stratton versus the winner of Lash Legend and Julia on Friday. Sean, make sense of this. Who do you have, and what's going on here?
Well, I mean, look, this is a placeholder until Rhea's back. So whoever wins this is only going to hold it for about a month. So you know what? I'm just going to get crazy and I'm going to say Chelsea Green. She's earned it. Let her have the belt for a month. We all know that once Rhea's back, it's her title. So, let's just give it to Chelsea Green. Let her have that accolade for, however long it's going to be until Rhea returns and ultimately takes it from whoever. So, give me Chelsea Green.
All right. One of my sleeper picks. I love it. All right, Miami. Charlotte Flair, Chelsea Green, Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, and either Lash Legend or Julia for the interim championship. Who do you have?
Definitely. Why not? I mean, I agree with one thing Sean said was it's just gonna be on a person for just 1 month and that's it. So why not do just somebody random? Tiffany.
All right, double strap Tiffany in her hometown. I like it. All right, CJ, who do you have?
I got Chelsea as well as Sean. So yeah, that's my pick as well. But knowing WWE, they probably will have Charlotte because of the ESPN stuff. But I don't know. But we'll see.
All right, so it's 2 Chelseas and 1 Tiffany. Stampede. Who do you got?
Me?
Yeah.
Of all the things they could borrow from the promotion that they're obsessed with, they picked the one thing that nobody fucking likes, this interim title shit. All right. I don't know why they just didn't relinquish the title and then do something with that. But that being said, with everybody that's in this, I'm going to go with Chelsea. I would like to see her hold something that might lead her away from this comedic kind of gimmick and character that she has that could potentially set her on a different path. So that's my hope with this. She won't hold it long. It's only a placeholder until Rhea gets back, but I would like to see her win this.
All right, thank you. I got one comment I want to show. Do you think Lesnar is retiring? I absolutely do. Mask speed chest. I don't know if that's the mask one or whatever. I do not. I do not. I think he retired at WrestleMania 43. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. All right, so I am missing who. Okay, so Tribal Kingpin. Who do you got in this interim championship match?
So am I next?
Not you. Tribal Kingpin. I don't know if he can hear me. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. Tribal Kingpin, can you hear me? We'll go back to him, I guess. Kyle, you're up.
I pick a Tiffany. First, the person who's going to face Rhea, to me needs to be someone who's credible and not a comedy act. I'm not a fan of Chelsea. Never have, never will. She does nothing for me. As a match perspective, I'd rather see Tiffany and Rhea in a match for to crown the world champion, even though it shouldn't be the thing. But Tiffany for the win. That's what I'm going with.
All right. Caleb, you're up.
Man, it's going back and forth for me because I do like Chelsea and Tiffany happens to be one of my favorites, so I have to go with Tiffany. I'm sorry for Chelsea, but I'm going with Tiffany for the win.
All right. Big Mike.
I'm gonna go and say Chelsea because I think WWE is very high on her. They love her very, very much. TKO likes her. She signed a new contract. The crowd loves her. She's amazing. I think they want to give her appreciation and thank her for that, similar to what they did to Lola Vice at Stand and Deliver in April. So it might be a surprise. So I think I might go with Chelsea for the win, but we shall see. But I do think Tiffany does have a chance because it's her hometown. She like the hometown move, but Charlotte could win as well. But I think I'm going to go with Chelsea. And Kyle, if you look at her Chelsea stats outside of WWE, she's actually a really good wrestler. She's a former Knockouts champion. She had some good runs on the Indies as well. She's very talented too. So I'm going with Chelsea.
All right. Kingpin, can you hear me? Is his mic muted? Let me unmute it. Okay. Your mic's muted, buddy. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but StreamYard is not letting you to talk. While we wait on Kingpin to fix it, Carlos, are you back?
Yeah, so my previous pick is my Latino tribal chief. Dominic's going to lie, cheat, and steal to win the match. Then they'll fight for Danhausen. They just can't have him winning. Hopefully he quits wrestling and just does his shticks on the outside. For this match, it's going to be Charlotte Flair. I would love to see Chelsea win, but I don't want Chelsea's first win to be interim championship. They're going to get us to Charlotte for being a good soldier. This will help pad her record. And also, it'll be a feel-good moment because she's going to dedicate the win to that little girl who just passed away. It's going to be Charlotte Flair. That was this match.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's a really great point, Carlos. Dang it. I love that. You're right. I didn't think about that. Tribal Kingpin, can you hear me? I messaged him on X. I don't know what's going on. I'll let him pick once he gets back on. We'll keep going. So for me, Tiffany was supposed to defend this title against Blake. There was a lot of changes made with Rhea's injury. This is Tiffany Stratton's hometown. Even though Carlos just made one hell of a point, I probably will change. I do think that Tiffany Stratton wins here. I think they're going to double strap her. I think Tiffany drops to JC soon afterwards. They've been kind of hinting at wanting to do Tiffany and Rhea since the Elimination Chamber. So I don't know. Maybe Alexa shows up and turns heel on Charlotte. I don't know. That's got to be happening soon. It probably will be Charlotte, Carlos, to be honest with you. I'm going to go with the hometown girl. She can't defend the U.S. title there, so I would have a hard time thinking they're going to have her lose in her hometown. But they do it to other people. But I'm going Tiffany. for now. So
I want to interact and say I think there might be a chance Blake might show up to cost Tiffy.
good, yeah. Kingpin, is your mic working yet? You might have to leave. Might have to leave and come back. I don't know. It's not working. We'll come back to him. I just messaged him, telling him to leave and come back. Okay, so for the Intercontinental Championship, God, I hope WWE don't screw this up. Chad Gable is going after Penta. Penta has had the best title reign out of anyone in the company so far, and that ain't even close. Sean, who do you have and why?
Give me the hometown boy. Chad Gable's been on quite the redemption angle since he lost his mask in AAA. You know, look, I mean, you know, the stuff they're doing with the Vision aside, you know, why hasn't he been out there to help? But you know, that aside, they're really getting behind Chad. They're gonna reward him for all the great work he did with AAA. They're gonna give him the Intercontinental Champion. He will dethrone Penta in his hometown.
All right, thanks, Sean. Miami, Penta versus Chad Gable. Who do you have?
Give me Chad. I agree with that. Even though they haven't built it, but I think they like Sean said, I think they'll reward him because of that AA match. So Chad Gable.
All right, thank you, Miami. That's 2 for Chad. Hopefully they don't screw this up. WWE, do not screw this up. CJ, who do you have?
I got Chad Gable winning. I think it's going to be a great match with Penta and him.
Okay. All right, Stampede, Chad versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. Probably will be the match of the PLE, in my opinion. Who do you have?
Hi, Miami. It's AAA, my man.
Oh, you know what? Leave me alone. He love messing with me. You know what I mean, Steppy. Leave me alone.
Damn, Stampede.
Steppy had me dying laughing on Sunday, man. I meant to say AAA. I'm sorry. Look, I'm getting old, Steppy. You're younger
We'll
than
get you there. I will bet you that $100,000 in the Dom and Danhausen match.
Hey, I'll
younger than
remember
you.
it then. You go ahead and put it on the poll. We'll do it then.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have a who's older match. You will
Yeah,
lose
exactly.
that one. All right. This match here, yeah, could absolutely steal the show. Penta's had an excellent run with this title. He has done the title proud. And hats off to WWE for one of the best booking decisions, quite possibly in the history of the company, by not putting fucking Egon in this match. Right? Chad Gable for the win all the way.
Dang, you're taking a shot at you,
Wait till I get to my prediction.
All right. I'm gonna go to Tribal Kingpin. He's back. You can go ahead and predict the Danhausen, the women's interim, and Penta and Chad really quick.
Oh yeah. For Danhausen, I picked Dom for that one. I think Ryan Garcia is gonna get in there and pretty much cost Danhausen a match. For the women's ladder match, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Julia. I think she's gonna go ahead and win the qualifying match, and I'm picking her to win the title as well. And we're on Chad, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Chad is gonna go ahead and win this one. The momentum he built up since his AAA run has been amazing. They have to capitalize on it now, otherwise it's just wasted. So that's my pick.
All right, thank you, Kingpin. Man, that's a hell of a pick with Julia. You're really dependent on TKO right there.
Yeah, I'm a big Julia fan, so that's why I'm going for Julia.
I got you, brother. Much love for that.
Kingpin must be picking like 2022 Stardom Julia, are you?
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably send you $100, Kingpin, if Julia wins the title. So just so we're clear on that. All right, Carlos, it's your turn to fire back a Stampede.
Chad Gable's going to win, but then he's going to get the Zack Ryder treatment. He's losing to Ethan Page on Monday.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
And
You
this
two
one,
are-
I believe it.
Oh my God!
Hey, it's all in the chase, right? I mean, imagine him chasing the bad.
Why not, Carlos? I mean, hey, why we doing crazy concerts?
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Exactly. I'm telling you, Gable wins Sunday, gets Ryder on Monday, and Ethan Page in the IC champ.
Why, ma'am? Just why?
All right, Kyle, you're.
It's TKO.
Oh yeah, 100%. Kyle, Chad Gable, Penta, who you have?
I'm picking Chad. I think Penta needs to move on in the world title picture at this point. I think he deserves that. So Chad Gable.
Thanks, Kyle. Caleb, you're up next.
I go with Chad. I go with the group Chad. I think he deserves it. He's been working hard at AAA and at Roscoe. I go with Chad.
All right, Big Mike.
Gable, easily. There's no way they're going to have him lose in his hometown. Penta needs to move up to the world title. So I think Gable's going to have a good run. Gable winning might be the end of this great redemption journey. I also want to see how the Creed brothers and Ivy Now will react to this if they are still there. So we'll have to find out. So I'm going with Gable.
All right, thank you, Big Mike. For me, I've been hoping for this match, talking about this match for well over a month. Penta, well deserved, one of the best Intercontinental title reigns we've seen in a while. Depended a lot. Hell of it. I love Penta. I believe Penta's a front runner for the Money in the Bank, which I will be at. I have ringside tickets, so you gotta look for the EVP signs out there close to the aisle at Money in the Bank in New Orleans. But I'm going with Chad Gable. I believe he wins the title, and Penta is going to be a front runner for that men's Money in the Bank. I'm not saying he's going to win, but I think he has a shot to win Money in the Bank. We'll see when we get back to prediction for that. So let's get to the main event of SummerSlam. This match is a lot of years in the making. Roman Reigns is defending the Raw World Heavyweight Championship against the Architect, Seth Rollins. Sean, who do you have and why?
Yeah, Roman Reigns via DQ. I don't think we're going to get Roman pinning Seth till Saudi. They're going to give Saudi the last ever match between these two. It'll be the end of their story. Roman will finally get his pin, but it won't be till WrestleMania. So I'm going Roman, but via DQ.
All right, Miami. I know you're a huge Roman guy, but let's hear what you got.
Gotta be. It has to be Roman. It has to be clean. No interference on Seth Rollins or Roman side. I think this will be the last match. Because I mean, why build up? But hey, we had once in a lifetime twice, but who knows? So it's the company that gave us that. Like I say, they can throw another match between these two guys, but I feel like it should be the last match. Roman should get his win, and we move on to something else. Roman Reigns.
All right, thanks, Miami. CJ, who do you got?
I got Roman winning. I think it's going to be a good match with Seth. I don't want this to run to Saudi. I seen this stuff back when I was in high school. It was cool. You know what I'm saying, with Roman and Seth. So I just want to get done.
All right, Stampede. A lot of aura farming in this match too. Who you got?
Oh yeah, aura farming fucking out their ass, man. Seth stands about a 0.0% chance of walking out with this title, right?
Mm-hmm.
The match should deliver. They know each other quite well. Like if they give it time and just cut the shenanigans out, just go put on a good show and give a good match, right? But yeah, Roman retains. I'll be glad when this match is over, so I don't have to deal with John Moxley's coming back. He's not.
Oh God, he's not.
Get over, guys. Got to get over that, man.
Stampede, come on now.
He's
Stampede.
not coming back. He's not coming back. You guys got to cut that out. He's not coming back. All right, Carlos, you're up next. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, and what I believe is their final match. Who you got?
Roman's gonna win. Yeah, I mean, this match will be good. I mean, but I mean, again, Seth has been Roman's kryptonite for the longest time. It'll end this Sunday. Roman finally gets his up on Seth Rollins and beats someone too.
All right, thank you, Carlos. Kyle, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. Who you have?
One of the few Reigns matches I get excited for. I'm a big fan of Seth, but I do think Reigns is going to retain.
All right, thank you, Kyle. Caleb.
I got my OTC winning, and I see an interference from someone. The Rock, though, I think he's distracting Seth, and Roman gonna win that match off Rock interference.
Oh, Dwayne mentioned. All right, Big Mike, who you have?
I'm going with Roman. There's no way they're having Seth win, and Roman is going to be over clean, and that ends the feud, and we move on, and we face new challenges from Roman. And at the end, we hear, "If you smell what the Rock is cooking," the final boss arrives to confront Roman. In my opinion, this is the second time we see Roman in a row at SummerSlam. I remember I said we will see him if have Cody sell his son, then we're going to see him stare down Roman, setting up Roman versus Rock at Mania 43. So I'm going with Roman. And I'm going to leave early right now because I have a job
Yeah, go ahead.
meeting tomorrow because I have to get ready for a job meeting tomorrow. So
Absolutely.
and make sure you check me out on social media and check out my podcast, The Football Hour with Mikey Wiki. You'll like it. But either way, I'm going with Roman for the win. Y'all take it easy.
Thanks, Big Mike. Thanks for coming in, brother. I'm sure I'll be seeing you tomorrow. All right, for me, this match was supposed to have Kingpin. You already went, right? Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I'm going with the OTC, the Tribal Chief, head of the table, Roman Reigns. Gonna win this one clean, no interference at all. We may get an appearance from The Rock at the end, but he won't be involved in the match. But that's my pick.
All right. Thank you, Kingpin. You've been great. Definitely have to come back for more. All right. So this match was supposed to, okay. So I'm going to say this really quickly because we have another show and we're going to roll through the end. This match was supposed to happen last year. Seth got hurt against Cody. Fortunately, it didn't get to happen. They had to pivot. Seth and Gunther. They had to do Punk, Roman, Cody, Randy. It's all big mix up. But this is the last match. This ain't going to Saudi Arabia. Roman's winning. He's not dropping the title until at least SummerSlam of 2027. You can clip it. Whatever you want to do. Hit the DMs. Let me know the price. I'll double it. Roman's not dropping the title till 2027. At least SummerSlam. This man is about to go on another generational run. He is the face of the company. I'm a Cody fan saying that. It's just going to happen. And it is what it is. I do believe, and I've died on this hill several times, but I'm going to continue to die on it until it's just the hill is not there anymore. I believe Dwayne Johnson shows up at the end of Rock and Seth Rollins. And that starts the feud for Roman Reigns versus Rock at Saudi Arabia because they're not doing Roman Oba and Saudi Arabia. They're going to pay Rock out of the rear end to work this match. It will be his last match. We got to get it. I believe we see Dwayne at the end of night 2. They got to do something big. It can't. And Miami, I will give him the props. Nobody needs to interfere in this match. Not Rock, not Zilla, which he ain't coming anyway, but it has to be clean. Roman has to win clean. And I do believe Dwayne Johnson shows up at the end. And that starts the build towards Survivor Series and then also towards WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia. So we will see. If I'm wrong about Rock, I will never say The Rock's coming again. This will be the last time ever because I've died on that hill too many times. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been your SummerSlam prediction show. SummerSlam is this Saturday and Sunday. Want to do a quick shout out to the 221 people that's watching live. We are live on my YouTube channel, my X page, and DWE Television X. Make sure to follow DWE Television on X. And everyone affiliated, I will give everyone a chance to do their little quick plugs, but make sure you follow the CEO himself. He will plug himself. But Miami the Great, you can find him every Tuesday and Thursday, or I'll let Miami do all that. His co-host, Final Boss Baby, they will be doing DW Radio coming up on Friday. She's on Saturday. You can find them at Talk It Up Podcast on YouTube, on Twitch, DW TV and DW Television, and also on Spotify. So make sure you sub to that Talk It Up Podcast, and also to Miami and Final Boss Baby. They are the centerpieces of DWE. The World of Greg. Make sure you follow him, and Colin Man Anthony do the rundown every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Get you ready for Raw. Speaking of Kyle, me and Kyle will be live shortly after this for Queens of WWE episode number 7. So make sure you tune in. That will also be on my YouTube channel, my X page, GW Television, I believe Twitch as well. After Slam podcast on X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, the Smoke Sessions podcast, Sports Jedi Network, and everyone affiliated with Gimmick Table Media. I'm going to go around to everyone and let you guys tell everybody where they can find you on your socials, and then I'll do my outro and do my stuff, and we will get out of here. Miami, you're up first, brother.
Catch me on X. That's Miami the Great 305, and on YouTube, Talking the Podcast. You said the shows. Catch me tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for some NFL. I have a lot of NFL news. Been holding it down for the off season too, man. CJ comes back. We're almost 6 weeks away, CJ. So we're getting close. So I've been holding it down for quite some time. And then you can catch me Friday. Also it'll be with Final Boss Baby. We got a lot to talk about home show of Raw, and we're gonna have some things to talk about for SummerSlam too. So everybody join us on Friday for DWE Radio. It's already put up there, so go on YouTube and hit the reminder button. And I'll see y'all then.
Thank you, Miami. Thank you for everything, as always. I'm going to go to Kyle next because I know he's got to go get set up for the next show. Kyle, tell everybody where they can find you and what you got coming up next.
You can find me on Twitter at KairoShow96, and I have a podcast called Quiz of WWE that is every Wednesday, starting at 8 o'clock at night. So catch me right after this. So I'll see everyone here. I also have a show called The Rundown with World of Greg on Mondays as well, an hour before Raw. So go check that out. But that's it, CJ. See you in a minute.
Yep. Thanks, Kyle. Thanks for coming on. All right, I'm going to start with Tribal Kingpin. Thank you so much for coming in. You're man, I don't know where you came from, but you've been one of my biggest supporters, helped me get a lot of subscribers, helped me push some fantasy football, which is I'm not getting no weight on that yet, but we're going to still try. Thank you for coming in. You're welcome anytime. Tell everybody where they can find you, anything you have coming up.
Hey, thank you, Pa. I appreciate you. Started watching you guys about last year, you and Miami. I remember Miami started in Spaces, so that's how I found you guys. I always appreciate the work you guys do. Love it. Just want to say you guys can find me at Tribal Kingpin on X. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's the same thing at Tribal Kingpin. And make sure if you're interested in the NFL, join the Fantasy League. 10-year anniversary, big chance to win cash prizes. If you're interested, make sure you hit up EVP.
Thank you, Kingpin. Anytime, brother. I appreciate your support, man. You really helped me out a lot over the last few weeks. So thank you so much. All right. Next up, I'm going to go to CJ. Thank you so much for filling in for DJ Khaled. He had an emergency, so thank you for filling in. Tell everybody where they can find you and what you got coming up.
Basically, you can find me on X as CJD2006YT. I might do some shorts, talk about, SummerSlam, my picks on my channel and other stuff. So yeah, and can't wait. Hopefully it's a decent show, but how the booking is. But yeah, I know why you guys watch this because, get some face. So we'll see.
Thank you, brother, and you're welcome anytime. You guys be on the lookout for the NXT Heatwave post, which will be coming up in a week or so for the NXT Heatwave prediction show. That'll be next. All right, Stampede, good friend of mine. Thanks for all you do, for your encouragement. It helps a lot. Thank you for coming on, even though the product's crap. Tell everybody where they can find you, what you got coming up.
What I got coming up? Let's see. This Saturday, I will be on the Kicking Out at 2 podcast, the Open Challenge, it's called. That'll be 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be discussing burnout and what to do with it in the mental health sphere. On Sundays, you can find me on Twitch with Spedrock Productions, where I am the catalyst of Point Taken and the only true Grand Slam champion. Carlos cannot breathe with the Stampede. He didn't last week. Every Thursday, OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling, also over on Twitch with Bedrock Productions. Fridays, you can find me in video form in the Run In Wrestling podcast, where I break things down from promotions from all over the world. And I'll be in Carlos's space tonight as they break down everything that happened on the Dynamite.
All right, thank you, Stampede. All right, I think I was supposed to be in that mental health thing. Michael had asked me a couple of weeks ago, but he hasn't reached back out, so I don't know. I mean, I have a recap for SummerSlam, but if he still needs me, I definitely would like to do. I love talking about that, so I don't know. Maybe ask him, but he did ask me 3 weeks ago, but he hasn't reached back out, so I don't know. Maybe I'll see you Saturday. I'm not sure.
I will reach out to him this evening, my man.
Well, thank you, Stampede. All right, Carlos, one of my favorite people in the community. I love talking to you about wrestling, Big Brother. Hope to get you on for a Big Brother recap at some point. Tell everybody where they can find you and all the great things you do for the community on X.
So get us at CTLS77, also at Conquer the No, part of the Fans of Pro Wrestling Network, part of the Wrestler Collective. You can find me on Spaces Mondays and Wednesdays after Raw, after Dynamite. But we'll be taking next Monday off. We'll be doing a space this Sunday instead. So we'll be in the space at 10 Eastern and 7 Pacific time on Sunday to recap SummerSlam. So join us then. I do Queens Road twice a month, usually every other Sunday with the Wrestle Collective. And I will be back this Sunday to lay the SmackDown on Stampede and show them the final bosses back and take back my crown at the point taken. So thank you for having me. Always a pleasure, guys. Love everybody in this chat. Yeah, good times.
All right, thank you, Carlos. Caleb, thank you again for coming. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Now you can find me at Penny Method Caleb. I got a 4-pack with my boy Showtime and Vinny at Vinny Corner, and I also do co-host with Carlos on Mondays on after Raw, and I joined the AEW spaces as well, and that's it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go to the outro really quick, and then I'm gonna run through my stuff lightning fast, and then we're gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you again. Just be back just 1 second.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
There are a lot of podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recap Prediction Sports. Let go, Show Recap Prediction Sports
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recap Prediction Sports. Let go.
All right. Once again, thank you to Stampede, Carlos, Caleb, and everyone else that was on the SummerSlam panel. I will make a post later when I get done with me and Kyle's stream. Thank you guys so much for coming on. I am the EVP. You can find me on social media, scrolling across the bottom of the screen, on X at EVPCJP, Instagram at EVPCJP. You can find my YouTube link in the bio. On TikTok, I finally learned how to use hashtags so I can get some views. It's at Brady the Goat 21 now, just like Tom Brady, BRADYDAGOAT 21. Last but not least, most importantly, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You guys have been absolutely killing it. Got me to 300 subs by SummerSlam. So everyone that is subscribed to my channel, I will be doing a drawing on August the 9th on Sunday Night Scoot, and one winner will win $100. Every time I get to 100, it will be a new giveaway. So thank you guys for that. If you cannot find my YouTube channel on the social media platforms, just go up to the top right corner and type in at the EVP show. What I have coming up next, tomorrow or later on in about 5-10 minutes, I will be live with Kyle and Matt Anthony for Queens of WWE episode number 7. Tomorrow, I switch gears to reality TV. It will be Big Brother season 28, week 3 recap show. Friday night, I'm back at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the SmackDown recap show. Saturday, after the post show, I will be back at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Saturday night for the SummerSlam Night 1 recap show. And then Sunday, there will be no scoops. There will be no LFG. But you can catch me at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Sunday night for the SummerSlam Night 2 recap show. Once again, shout out to the 228 people watching live, Stampede, Carlos, and Caleb. I am the EVP from the EVP show and the golden boy of DWE, and DWE is the place to be. Good night, everyone. I will see you guys at some point this weekend.